hope I had my mic on, not on mute. Welcome everyone to the great build, of course. So we're going to be running through a little bit of an update for everyone, but to be honest, we're just really going to be firing straight in. So we'll get the stream set up really quick. Of course, I hope everyone is doing really well. Now, a few updates for everyone. Of course, before we do actually proceed. So, we are in a bit of a pickle. Now, of course, the base has been raided well and truly, and most people have decided to go away and possibly start looting certain areas and building extra things up and going from there. But of course, today's episode is mainly going to be about trying to find different items. We're going to start making some stashes, and we're going to start making or doing this build in a little bit of a different way. Now, going full hell for leather has not worked out for us at the moment. And I mean, that is fair. We built up loads of different things. But, of course, it did not work out. So, what we are going to have to do instead is we are going to have to build the area slowly, surely, post by post, until we have the structure set up. Now, it's going to be a long-winded process, but it is definitely going to be fun. I can tell you that much. So, without further ado, listen to a little bit of music, and we will fire straight into the server. Catch you soon. Awesome. Righty. Let's fire into this. So we've changed up a few things, of course, on the stream. Made it a little bit more sleek. Made it looking a little bit better. Oh, here we go. So, of course, it's nighttime, which is great for us. So, of course, we'll show everyone around. This is the little bit that we have actually built. Now, there is a crate in here, which is quite funny, as there is nothing in the crate. Oh, and we have this as well, which, of course, there is nothing in here. So we'll show everyone around real quick as well, just to kind of show the sorts of things that we have actually been doing. So this is that has of course been opened. Now, one thing that of course we have noticed with most obviously of the build interesting. Well, we'll close this for a minute. Righty, so for some reason as well, I think it's just I just started my computer up. I've got a new mouse, so things are a little bit different. We've got to load up our functions for the mouse, of course. There we go. Righty. So, without further ado, let me check what I've got in my inventory. Take a little bit of a A little bit of a... Right. Got fish. Got plenty of fish. Alright. Is that another Mark II mag in here? Ooh. Lovely stuff. I'm not going to need 3 Mark II mags, if I'm perfectly honest. Righty, I think we should just get going, if I'm honest. There isn't really going to be too much around here. Other than, of course, a bunch of Zeds. Now, one thing that we do need to do, mainly... Yo, what's up? And by the way, have you got any spark plugs? Yo, what's going on, Addicted? Welcome, welcome, dude. And unfortunately, I don't, mate. I don't have any spark plugs on me. What I'm going to be doing now... Ooh. There we go. Getting used to this new mouse is going to be quite fun, but I needed to get one. My old one, it didn't provide me with anything, any support or anything. So yeah, dude, unfortunately, I don't have any spark plugs. Unfortunately. What I do have is a willpower. What I do have is the willpower to keep going. So at the moment, we're going to be building a bunch of different stashes. We're going to be essentially building this area. Now, Kamishovo is not lost, Lady Ducks and Jenna Ducks. I can guarantee you this much. Kamishovo is not lost. So we've improved, or we've changed up a few things on the stream. So you may find as well, if you've just joined, of course, the mic quality should sound a whole lot better. And the camera should also look a little bit better. And of course, we've got rid of a load of the bulky stuff, of course, on the stream as well, just to make sure everything looks as nice and as smooth as possible. So we're constantly updating and upgrading, obviously, our equipment. But one thing I can definitely happily say is... Oh, let me just put my rack down there. One thing I can happily say, though, is Kamishovo has not been looted since I was last here. So since I have not been streaming, no one has been here, which is actually really good. Quite happy with that, I will admit. But Addicted, what have you been up to, dude? Obviously I've seen you've been on quite a bit. Obviously with some of the other guys as well, which is awesome to of course see. So what have you been up to, dude? Have you been making stashes, doing some looting? Nothing here. My hydration and everything is good. Is my cooking pot filled? Pretty much. Let's go. There's no waiting around. I want to get going. I'm gonna head over to Steroid, I think, firstly. And then we're gonna make our way into some higher geared areas. And I'm gonna start making some stashes. Edge ourselves going forward. So at least then, if I can build stuff, I can put all the stuff that I have away and stashed away and take out only the things that I need, and then I can start building the area slowly but surely going forward, of course. So this is also one of the other bases that we did build. Quite fun. Quite a nice little area, I will admit, but unneeded to be going into it right now. It's also starting to become daytime. So it's great to hear. Look at this, we've got some farmland outside as well. This one has been... Oh, I thought that one had been broken down. No, it hasn't. That is, of course, great to see as well. The one problem, obviously, we do have with Kamishovo is the fact that Kamishovo is a fresh spawn town, of course. Where am I going right now? So, I'm actually going up to Steroid, dude. I'm going to head into Steroid, and really, I don't have any specific place that I'm going to be going. How I used to play the game is, I generally don't look at the maps too much. I follow the direction based on the stars and the sun, and obviously certain locations if we get there. But I'm going to be heading essentially inland. We're going up north, where we're going to go and loot. We're going to go and try and get some stashes together. And of course, we are going to be trying to find some building materials. That's going to be my main point of call, of course. I have a few things on me, so I am good to survive for a good while. But also as well, I want to try and find other people inland, because I'm hoping I can have a little chat to people and try and get a bit more of a bearing. Now, quick one, Addicted, if obviously you are still there, I imagine you are, dude. I did check last night and it did seem okay, but hey, that is my own personal opinion. It's nice to get second opinions as well. The quality of the mic at the moment, dude, is it too loud or is it just right, of course, compared to the game sound? Just need a little bit of feedback, I'd appreciate, of course, from anyone watching. But we've got a bit more of a sound dampener around me. So I've got some stuff more on the floor now. I'm going to be getting a blanket up behind me as well, just to get the sound, you know, get it feeling a bit nicer. Get it sounding a bit nicer. There we go. Put our little light on. Oh, and I do hear a shot. So I'm also going to close a curtain real quick, because can't see anything. We hear shots already. That is great. So I have a new mouse. The mouse I've actually got now, oh wow, it is actually really nice. So last night I was sorting out obviously the room dampening around me, and I unfortunately sliced my finger into 1,000 pieces. No, I'm joking, but I sliced my finger with a Stanley knife. So at the moment, when I actually move my hand, it fucking hurts. But I want to be streaming as much as possible, honestly. And I want to continue with this base build. I've realised, of course, over the weekend that a lot more people do come on. And one thing I've also realised, after we've fiddled around, I guess, with a few things. Oh, I want to make sure one thing. I know I'm standing in the stupidest of places. There we go. Awesome. Right, perfect. I've realised as well, I need to be present in Kamishovo as much as possible. However, I need to be present. I need to stop doing that. I don't know why I do it. Maybe it's just to help my pronunciation of things. I don't know. Anyway, I need to be present in Kamishovo at nighttime. I think that's the main thing, honestly, chat. I need to be present at nighttime. Also, I think I might head over to Green Hill. So I need to be present at nighttime. That's when it seems like a lot more people are active that are coming over to obviously do the base. let's keep going. So yeah, I think my main aim now is to start essentially going out and just looting and stashing. So I'm going to be going out, looting a good amount of stuff. I guess heading back to Kamishovo. And then I think what I'm probably going to do, once the stream has ended, at whatever points, once it's ended, then I will head back to Kamishovo or around this sort of vicinity, stash most of the stuff that I have, and then carry on doing it. I think while it is dark though, I'm going to eat a bit more fish. Just to keep everything as tippy top as possible. I think one thing as well, or one main thing I believe I do want going forward, or would like, of course, for fuck's sake. Come on. Or would like, of course, is a bigger bag. I think this is really going to be the definitive factor. I need to get a bigger bag, and then I believe I can probably start looting a lot more and being able to stash a lot more as well. I'm gonna head to Steroid before anything. And I've also sorted my zeroing out. So, my keys were binded. One of the keys that I use constantly was binded to the zeroing down function on the game. And for some bizarre reason, I kept zeroing down my gun. So, if I was even standing here, and let's say I was shooting towards that tree, right? The bullet would end up, like, down there. We just joined as well, of course. Welcome, you beautiful duckers. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday, and welcome to the build. Yeah, you vanished. On today's assignment, or today's task is about looting and stashing. That is what we're going to be doing at the moment. Of course, over the last few days in Kamishovo, we have been raided, and raided heavily. Now, this is not something that it's not unexpected. It was actually very expected. But we did build quite fast initially. If I can start slowly now building, post by post, fence by fence, get the outer exterior walls built up, and try and chat to people that come to the area without there being locks on doors or without there being stashes of loads of different things. Or the one thing that I did wrong the first time when we first started the build, however many weeks ago, is we built very quickly and we didn't communicate to anyone else in the server. Now, from what I've found out over the last few days, there is a clan of 20 people on this server who use this server constantly. There is also a base, apparently, in Riffy, from what I've been told. Not Riffy, Tizzy, sorry. And there, of course, is one on the prison. So, there is a group, or multiple groups of people that do play on the server, and have played on it for quite a while. That cola's really dried my mouth out, you know. Doubtful there's anything in here, but of course we may as well look. I pressed. Well, this was a photo. Mate, there we go. Righty. First things first. Where did I drop that bag? There it is. Right, so we've got a bigger bag already. Great. Only an extra 6, but hey, I'll definitely take it. Awesome, and I think I'm gonna keep my orange hat on for now. I know that probably sounds stupid to most people, but it's the hat of dreams. I can use this new mouse. The Mark II, everyone. I want to kill all of these military guys. I don't have a knife on me either, so that's lovely. Trying to get into a new mouse it can be difficult. But, you know what? Practice makes perfect at the end of the day. Sir, you are required to drop in this bush. Now. No. Yeah, see, that zero and even the punching, I don't know why, and it's probably not the case, but even the punching itself feels better, feels more on target. For those that have been watching the stream quite religiously, which I know there are quite a few of you, we'll take, obviously, the rounds. Obviously, I'll take the 919s. Actually, you know what? We'll keep the pistol on mute for now. Cobra sights, police jacket. Definitely going to be keeping the fireman outfit. Oh? Okay then. Should I go to the hunter cabins? It may provide a scope. There is that potential possibility. However, no. But still, I might head over, of course. Like I said, it may provide us with a few extra little bits. They're going to be just that little bit extra. A little bit more to help us along our way. Right, great stuff. Hello. The Mark II used to be my favorite pistol. It used to be my favorite pistol. I don't think it is anymore. We'll come around to the right. And we'll loot up the cabins from this side first. Just joined, of course. Welcome, welcome. Never actually read that sign. I don't know what it says, but I can imagine it probably says no fishing or something along that lines. I would like the netting. As soon as I find a burlap sack, we'll take some strips from it. And from there we can obviously make some bits of ghillie. Car radiator. You always find the things you don't need. You always find the things you need when you don't need them. But when you need something, never tell DayZ you need something, because it will never give it to you. I should be able to jump that. Nah, I should. If I hold the pistol and you run up to this little bit here, you actually can jump the fence. GPS. Yep. For anyone that does know, my navigation is a pile of shite. Let's drop that. I would like to obviously take the Longhorn. And to be fair, don't really need the netting. Ah, I forgot. Change that over. Yeah, the netting isn't really necessary, let's be honest. Any rounds in that other mag? No. That's okay. Of course, it would be nice to find. Oh, made me jump, as you can tell. Right. So, now I have an issue. The big issue I have at the moment is I don't have a freaking knife. So, what to do now? You know what? I wasn't even paying attention, of course, to this bear trap. So, we have no knife. And I have no hope. I'm hoping there's lovely stuff. Well, if I didn't have a cooking pot on me, I probably would say we will respawn. However, I think that's what I'd like to do. I just spilled my cola. That's lovely. Let's see how far we can get. Eh? just gonna leave that. I can't even do anything with it. Ah. Righty. I'm gonna activate this. Oh. You know what? We don't have much stuff on us. We're gonna be wandering around for a very long time. So, we're gonna respawn. I don't mind. We don't have much on me. Like I said, I don't have much on me. It's not a massive issue. So, we're just gonna start anew, start afresh. Nice. So we've spawned as high north as we can. And we're right next to Svet, which is a nice location. And that is also a fishing rod as well. So, and a signal pistol. Lovely stuff. So, I think what I'm going to do is have a little loot up around here really quick. There's a dead dude as well. I reckon probably got killed. Well, I say probably got killed, but it doesn't make too much sense, I will admit, if they didn't take his plum or his bandage. In this area, it doesn't really have too much, unfortunately. So we're not going to be waiting around for much, for very long at all. Fishing hook, amazing. I think we should just kind of skedaddle on along. We never really find anything in here. It's a pretty relaxed town, of course. Definitely some nice stuff there. To be fair, I can't really argue with that. There's some nice stuff to walk into. Some plums, got a bottle. Quite happy with that. So the idea now then is to essentially keep going forward. I believe I'm going to try and stay around the higher loot areas now. See if I can go and get a few different things. Oh, I do apologise regarding that, ducks. It is funny. I get a bag, get slapped with a bear trap, and I don't have a knife on me. There's no point running back for any of that stuff, of course. Really isn't any point. Should be able to find a bag relatively soon, though. It's a very nice view, I think. The beauty as well, I believe, about the Great Build is the fact that it's not just about building. You are inevitably going to die at some point, whether that's in a firefight, whether that is out looting to bring more stuff back. Whatever it may be, you more than likely are gonna die. This is DayZ at the end of the day. Death is a common occurrence. However, the beauty of it is that if you're bored at building, you have a reason to go out and loot. You have a reason to come back. At the end of the day, what most people do during the build or during their solo run or solo plays, go out and loot, find people to kill, get into firefights, win them or lose them, loot or respawn and loot. But this is giving you a path to something different. It's providing a goal at the end of it. So I'm not going to be stashing in any houses. I'm not going to... Oh, hello there. You don't need to scream. We're right here. It's like shouting down the telephone. Let's just close this real quick. Let's eat the plum. I want to look out into nature as well while we eat our plum. One thing I just want to do as well, just because it is going to provide a little bit extra weight loss. DayZ weight loss program this is. So the little man is actually out with Nanada today. Of course, we've been able to hop on and have a little playthrough and really just keep looting and keep carrying on with the build. Of course, for anyone that has watched the recent build episode, you've obviously been carrying on with the stream as well. You'll know that we are quite far ahead compared to the videos, but of course a lot of people don't really like sitting down, you know, and watching a 16-17 hour montage of different streams, you know, all of them being about 6 to 7 hours long. We've obviously probably streamed about 30 to 40 hours worth of this at the moment, so not everyone really likes sitting down and watching us really long stream, of course. So that's why, of course, we make the videos so that it appeals to everyone else. We want to make sure everyone is happy, of course, going forward. I'm not dropping this fishing rod though. This is mine. Sharpening stone. Lovely. First of hopefully many. It's very open. Even the scarecrow doesn't like sitting there. One thing that is going to make my life a lot easier is to get a 64 bag. But of course, since I play first person only, it doesn't actually help my life in any way. But the first things first, of course, we need to fill up our hydration. We need to get some food. But we're not far away from the first town. That shouldn't really be too big of an issue. Second shot. Gotta fix the curtains for Mrs. Duck. Lovely. So if anyone's interested as well, I've got one of the Logitech mouses. It's quite nice. The only thing I am finding at the moment is it kind of sits like that. These two fingers here kind of sit together. So it's kind of odd. Like I said, we want to be staying as far north as possible. We want to be hitting some of these higher loot areas. And of course, we want to be collecting as much building material as possible. Now, normally, I don't play the game very carefully. You know, we don't play as a survivalist. Well, we haven't played as a survivalist for a long time because we've been focusing on purely doing the build. But of course, today and going forward for the next good few sessions, we are playing as the survivalist. Burlap sack. I don't have any rope on me. Normally I would have just left him in there, but let's have some rope on you. No. That's okay. We know where the burlap sack is, of course. And a steak knife. Lovely. So at least make some rope now. Forgot we even had the sickle on us. How little I've needed to use it. Medical thermometer and another steak knife. Meh. I don't really need the third knife, to be honest. I also have a sharpening stone. Of course, I don't really want to be using it. But it's there if needed. Like, excuse me? Fisherman coming to get his fishing rod back. No. Takes a while. Lovely. There we go. 90. If you just joined, of course, welcome, welcome. It's nice to see you. Hope Saturday is going as well as it possibly can do. So, for anyone also that doesn't know, we are in Torovo. So, we're actually just north of Svet. Now, I'm not going to be going to Svet. We're going to loot up Torovo, and then we're going to keep proceeding up to Novo, and really just north of the map, trying to find as much as possible, of course. Awesome. Righty. I really would like to get that bag, so I want to see how many rags we can get from this, and then of course we will go forward. Great. We have all the rags. Let's avoid that Z. Now, Torovo isn't the biggest of places, and of course we're not going to get the most amazing loot from here. But we could definitely try. Lovely. There's never anything in these houses, so that's just pointless even looking through. Should be some form of clothing up here. Nice. Nice, there's 2 pieces. Oh! So we should actually be able to get the rope now, I think. Right, there's 4 and 2. Great. That's 6. And hopefully this will give us 6. Very doubt it, but you never know. Righty. So 4, 2, and another 4 in there. Please, please be another piece of clothing in here. No. That's not a problem. Oh, I was almost about to miss that. What do we take this in exchange of? So I think I could probably get rid of that. And I could probably get rid of the steak knife because I do have the sickle. And of course we have got the sharpening stone, although not really one to use it, of course. Right, so we're gonna have to make a little bit of room. Now, honestly, I'm gonna get rid of the sickle because I don't really have the room for it at the moment in time. Keep the sickle up here, put the steak knife as the use, and of course, we're gonna go and fill up our bottle before our hydration gets to a point of no return. Yeah. Let's bring this dude in here. Nice, and a denim jacket as well. So we can get the rope, we'll go back at the burlap sack, and then of course we can go from there. Oh, thank you, Mr. Z. Yeah, I get your enthusiasm. Nice. It's another U70. Nice, with another mag as well. Great stuff. We've got the burlap sack, or we will have the burlap sack in a moment. Great. Not interested in the boat bike helmet. Hello? I don't really want to fight this set at the moment, honestly. We'll just lock him in the house. I'm sure he'll be fine for a moment or two. I just want to make this rope, get the burlap, and then we'll come and fill up our bottle, of course. That's what I thought. I wasn't concentrating on the rags, I was just concentrating on this noise I could hear coming behind me. Oh, nice. Well, thank you very much. Excellent. You just joined, of course. Welcome, welcome. I hope your Saturday is going excellent. I know mine is. Right. Let's go and get Mr. Burlap. And then we'll have to run back on ourselves again. Let's go and pick up the sickle. And then we can carry on, of course. And we'll walk out like a nice, polite person. Never thought I would say I'm polite in DayZ, eh? Where was it? There you are. Awesome. That is really nice. Just while I'm here, let's look at the sticks. And then we'll run up to the house with these sticks. Let's go. It's quite foggy as well. Definitely is going to help us in our journey. We can improve the backpack. And we can get going. There we go. Great stuff. And then we can free up a whole bunch of room ready to proceed on. Now, I think I'm probably going to head straight over to Novo. It's the biggest city. It's got obviously the police station in there as well. It's probably going to provide us with the most amount of loot. But really, the healthiest start. Well, I'll take them rags just because I can. I am a bit of a hoarder. For anyone, of course, that doesn't know or is new to the stream, I'm a hoarder. I like items. Hey, the way that I see is, if you can, then you should. Probably not a good motto for life, but hey, it is what it is. If you just joined, of course, welcome lady ducks and gentle ducks. That's it, mate. Dusters. That's actually a very nice find. I'm going to use the knuckle dusters, I think, now from now on. Purely because I want to be keeping the knives as pristine as possible for food. Obviously, we don't really want to be using the sharpening stones. We want to be collecting the sharpening stones as much as physically possible. Frying pan, very nice. We'll put the sickle in there, and of course a few things that we are going to not be using for a little while. Got a 2 there. I don't want to put the mags in there, of course. And I'll put the knife in there, just for safekeeping. Lovely. Knuckle dusters are already down there. And I think as well what I'm going to do really quick. I've got a couple of mags. Now the one in there is damaged, and that is worn. So we're going to swap the mags out just to make this a little bit more reliable for us. We'll obviously keep the mag itself. Lovely. Great stuff. And that is all of the rounds used as well. So that is a full mag. Great. It's definitely going to help us along our journey. Every time I need a car radiator, I feel like I can never find one. DayZ's a very interesting game, I will admit. Hey, Miss Rage Backup. That's a very cool name. That is a very cool name. But thank you very much for the follow. I really do appreciate that. I hope your Saturday is going awesome, of course. And I'm glad you found the channel. Come here, you. Got some knuckle dusters with your name on it. There you go, 3 shots to the face, that should do. Yeah, while I'm of course here, I am gonna drink up one more time. May as well get that into the white, of course. Nice, we got some canned food as well. Let's just run back real quick and fill this up. And then we'll loot up the last little bit of the houses. And should us be going to Novo. Right, great. Let's loot up the houses and get going. Oh, you didn't even bring me anything. Oh, that's not very nice, is it? We've checked all of there. wrench, I'm gonna take it for the moment. It's not really a necessity. However, if I find a car that's working and of course they've locked some things into place, it is still going to be quite beneficial because then we can unlock it and of course take the car. But like I said, it's pretty unnecessary to be keeping the item, but we may as well. We can, we will. I'm also, I think the last life, the only thing I'm really gutted about losing is my orange hat. The duck hat is sacred. The sacred hat instead of the sacred timeline. I feel like most of everyone is gonna know what the sacred timeline is. For those of you who don't, it's from Loki. And Loki was a really good series. I think it was one of the best. That is our second. Right, there is our second one. So we've now got 2 fully complete sharpening stones. So we are on a bit of a winner. If I could build up another full crate of sharpening stones, that would be awesome, of course. Where's my knife? Awesome. Make these rags, of course, to make some gloves. And then we can get going. Should find some gloves in Novo. Anyway. Nails as well. Awesome. So we have quite a few building materials already. By that I mean nails. I was going to say, I didn't think I picked the knife back up, but I did. Awesome. Let's just make a face mask as well. Keep that insulation up as high as we can, though. Nice, and that actually gave us 6 as well. Great. Definitely didn't select that one. Luckily, it only takes 2 though to make the hand wrappers, so we can still make the face.
A duck from YouTube has arrived.
Hey! Time Bandit, I'm guessing that's what it's meant to say. Thank you very much for the YouTube subscription, dude. I really do appreciate that, of course. So we are actually very close, I think, to around 1200. So, amazing stuff, dude. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the stream. And hopefully, of course, you enjoy the content going forward. Awesome. So I think we look pretty incredible at the moment. It's definitely going to go for our looks. So a lot of people have been asking me as well about why I've been taking screenshots of all my looks going forward. And the only thing I can really reply to that is you just have to wait around. Just have to wait around for the shorts to come out. We are designing a new short at the moment. It's just taking quite a long time, of course. Run. Great. Hopefully, we can find a few things in here. Sounds like there is a Z in here already. Nope. But there will be very soon. Got troops. Take the ACPs. That is nice to have, of course. And if I'm honest as well, I would prefer to have green tracksuit bottoms rather than red. Rather than blue. Don't worry, I'm not colorblind. Now guys, this is something that we try not to ask at all, but if you have joined the stream or you've been watching for a little while and you do enjoy it, just hit the little like button. It helps me out, of course. And it just shows YouTube that you are enjoying it, which of course, from what I can see, you are. You run through the wrecks just to try and see if anyone, of course, has left anything in these wrecks. You wouldn't believe, but people do generally do that. I found AKs and everything in wrecks like these. And of course, because I have the room, I will take the net in as well. Nice. And I think one thing as well, just to make sure that we're fully equipped if we do get into a fight, we'll keep them ACPs on us, or we'll load them, of course. Right. So to Novo. That is where we're going to be heading next. We'll head to Novo. We'll hit police stations and med centers, and we'll loot around that area a little bit. And of course, we can go from there. Novo is a pretty big place. And of course, it is in the higher tier loot areas as well. I do want to head over to that little shack though, firstly. I'd like to get as looted as possible before we do end up in there, if I'm honest. We have a few weapons on us, but nothing crazy. I've got a pistol and a knife. Not going to do too much damage, but hey. I also have a new mouse as well, so that's kind of... Mate, I am not fighting you out here. If you would like to fight, you can come with me. Well, there we go. I'm hoping he has a hunting knife on him. If he does, then we can use that one as our primary knife. Where am I going? So, Addicted. We are staying quite far north. I am actually heading to Novo. And from Novo, we're going to be staying a little bit further up into the higher loot areas. The aim, of course, is to collect as much as possible and then head back to Kamishovo once we're kind of satisfied with all the equipment that we do have. And continue there, of course, stashing the items and proceeding back into the map to collect more. At the moment, I want to collect a reasonable amount to hedge ourselves as much as possible. That is the third sharpening stone that we have found. That is absolutely magical. I have a lot of loot, DMRs, AKs. That is great to hear. That is great to hear, dude. So, what is it you're up to now on the server? I'm also hungry and I don't want that to go red, so we may as well eat our food. I'd also love to get myself another can of cola. Well, we can eat this on the way, can't we? There's no point waiting around. He's on a hike. Lovely stuff. Let's proceed. Being this far north on the map as well, we may encounter quite a few stashes along the way, depending on where we go. So that's something, of course, I will be looking out for. There's no point going to the pub. It's not going to help us in any way. Thought that was from a glow stick or something, but it was actually just a light coming in. We'll go down to the cabin and see if we can find anything that is going to help us a lot more than, of course, a pistol. And we are in DeBroy. Like I said, we're staying as far north as we can do. Try and pick up quite a few things really before we head into Novo. But I think this will probably be the last place that we head into before we get to Novo. Come to the windy, good sir. Yes. Come on, good sir. Well, we'll take him out before he decides to take us. And to be honest, I don't really want to stay in DeBroy either. So we're gonna have a real quick, just a very quick scour. See if there's anything I can find. Can opener, lovely. And I wish I had that 5 minutes ago, but that is okay. Miss... Mrs. Duck just showed me a picture of our little person. I want the peacoat over that. So Mrs. Duck has just shown me a picture of our little man. Ooh. Excuse me. Picture of our little man who has been out today trampolining. And Ducks, he is fucked. He is royally knackered. So I think Nana Duck has probably done a pretty good job, if I'm honest. Slugs would be nice if I actually had. I kind of want to see if he's got any food on him. Or, of course, a glass bottle would be excellent. We'll check these sheds, and then I think we should head. I think we should head over to Novo after that. And I think in Novo is going to be where we do the main bit of our loot. Well, I don't really want to be standing outside getting my ass handed to me. Come. How am I meant to hit you from there? I can't even hit them from there. I can't with brass knuckles, no. What was that belt? Glow stick and a sport mag. Someone's obviously been through here. Of course. I don't think I need any of them items, if I'm honest. That's got a bag. It could have something in. We are going to check, of course. I thought the brass knuckles had ruined it then. Luckily that was a no, though. This is a nice little area, I will admit, Ducks. It's a nice little area. Definitely can't complain. Yoo-hoo. Big summer blowout. Come. Alright. We'll just meet up with you then. Oh. Well, thank you. I'm not going to say no to that. He shot me. Little dick. Well, at least I know one thing. At least we know that the new mouse is working very well, of course. MA2 Mike, how's it going, dude? Yeah, the base is going. It's going, to be honest. Yeah, it is definitely going, dude. So we've built up a whole load of stuff. We've been raided a whole load as well. So there is that, unfortunately. He's got a sporter. He's got a BK. My guy. Thank you. And he's got paramedic pants, which are just going to take the pants. Let me just grab this. Just dump this in here. I mean, honestly, I said hi. I waved at the dude. You know, we tried to be friendly. We tried to be nice. Unfortunately, though, I don't think that's what he wanted. I think he wanted to perish. What else has he got in? Right, let's just take the jacket. And you know what? Swap that out, put that in there, and we'll run and just sort this out real quick. Oh, very nice. He has got a sword, his bag is ruined. Right, that is lovely. So let's take a bit more of a stock now. So he's got the sporter. There is a sporter mag as well, actually. So I'll tell you what, before I do anything, actually, I'll go get that sporter mag soon. I don't really want to risk taking it right now. Right. Lovely, so we've got some Tetra. Great. He could have actually just come from Novo. He very well could have. Who raided you guys? I don't actually know, to be honest, dude. I don't know who raided us. I believe it was a clan on the server. But apparently there was about 20 to 30 people on the server. Oh, no. I do apologize. It was about 15 to 20 people apparently on the server that came in, tried to, obviously, they raided everything. They took everything. They took crates. They took absolutely everything. They rinsed us, filled with everything. And that was it. So I'm not sure who raided us. It is unfortunate, obviously. But hey ho, you can't have everything in this world. However, what I will say is we're not stopping. We're going to continue to go. We're going to continue to build. We're just going to have to do it a little bit more sneakily. Obviously, I mind, of course, but I also don't mind. At the end of the day, everyone plays the game differently. Everyone has fun in their own way. And I can't really argue with that, if I'm perfectly honest. But yeah, how are you doing anyway, Mike? I hope you're doing well, of course, dude. Lovely. Let's get all my rounds up here. Let's take all the food out as well, because we can actually eat the food. tincture. Great, of course. I don't really need that anymore. Take the paramedic pants. Obviously, are going to be a lot more beneficial for us. Right, we'll load them up. I need to be quick about this. I don't really want to be taking my time. You know, when we take our time, things don't generally end up working out very well for us, do they? Great, that's pretty much all he had. He didn't really have too much whatsoever. Where's that other mag? We'll fill that up, of course. And then we'll combine everything as much as possible. We'll run through, and obviously we'll go and get that sport mag as well. Yeah, it is unfortunate, to be honest, dude. It really is. A lot of the guys, you know, felt a bit downhearted, of course, and I completely understand. You know, people felt, I don't know, just they felt gutted. And yeah, you know, you can understand. It is unfortunate. It does suck, of course. But hey, what are you gonna do? You know, it's DayZ. If people like to raid, it's all part of the game, I guess. So yeah, there's nothing that we can do. All we can do is keep plowing on and keep pushing on and just really, you know, just keep making sure that we can do as much as we can going forward. But it's part of the game, isn't it, at the end of the day? Unknown food. That dude was probably planning on eating that food. Unfortunate for him. I don't know why he's held his weapon up to me as well. I did wave to him and he still tried to shoot at me. Yeah, we doing good, sir? How your day going as well, Duck? It's going very well, dude. So, you may notice, as part of the stream, we've changed up the overlay a little bit, made it a little bit more simple, more of a simple design. Of course, I have also changed the mic settings, and I've also got a bit more of sound dampener around me, so you may experience the mic is a little bit better, maybe a bit clearer, maybe it sounds less reverby, but we've got a few things in order. I've got a brand new mouse as well, which allows me to actually be able to play the game properly without everything going everywhere. So yeah, we're doing really well, dude. We're doing it really well. And of course, we got some new members as well today and yesterday, and I'm actually nearly at 1,200 subscribers as well, which is an increase of about 500 in the last 28 days. So, Mike, I'm doing excellent. The only thing I'm not doing excellent with is I really want a cigarette, but I can't because we're being a good boy. We're being a good duck. Right, hand wraps are ruined. Let's just get rid of them. That's pristine. And I'll just fix up all this as well, so our installation is as good as possible. Lovely. I believe this guy has probably been to Novo. If I'm honest, I reckon he's been to Novo, and he was heading, or he could have obviously come from, Kamanov? I'm not sure. Anyway, it's funny, he had a shotgun, he had a pistol. The dude was kitted. He had some weapons on him, he had a sport point. Great. That is really nice. As that P1 has a mag, and we've got 919s for that mag. Great. Honestly, that is a lovely little find. Finding that dude. I could have killed him earlier, honestly, but I wanted to try and say hi. I had to, decided not to. He didn't have any bandages on him though. That is kind of unfortunate. Obviously we've got the rope. Great. I'm just kind of looking around now. Is there anything that we could take before I disappear? And we'll make some rags out of this. Obviously disinfect them, and at least we've got some bandages on the way forward. Yeah, so the aim, of course, for the session today is really to go looting, to find a bunch of different stuff, and really just make sure that we're in a great position going forward. We'll obviously loot up. We'll head back to Kamishovo eventually, of course. All that like that, because it is so much more satisfying. There we go. And I'm also just going to put the P... I'll put the P1... I'll put the P1 there. I'll swap it with the VU70, I think. But now, obviously, we've got... Now I've got all this stuff. I'm not really going to need it. I wish I had a weapon cleaning kit, of course. And it would be nice to obviously have a BK. The rifled BK. But it's not necessary. Oh, let's click knuckles. Great stuff. Righty. Shall proceed. Oh, he's got some gloves on him as well. Are they ruined? No. And wellies. My friend. Let's go get that sporter mag. I don't wish I'd taken it now, obviously, but... I wish I knew where it was, though. Exactly. Maybe it came from this house up here. I don't feel like it did. Yeah, he's looted all of this up here. Nevs, yo! Yo, Nevs. How's it going, of course? Hope you're having a lovely Saturday, dude. Was it in here? I can't remember where this sporter mag was, if I'm honest. Sheath. Is nice. Definitely take that sheath. Lovely. Who wants to taste the knuckle busters? It can't have been too far, I know that much. It can't have been too far. We'll check this house over here. Actually, I think it wasn't in that house. We've just been from that one. I think it was in this cabin over here. Hello? Ooh, we could go and get the chicken in a minute and cook the chicken quickly while we're up here. We may as well stay as healthy as possible, of course. The sporter mag wasn't in here. Now it's a case of finding the sporter mag. Yes. I'll take the buckshots. I believe it was over here. I don't want to be leaving it behind, of course. I mean, it's a magazine, obviously, for the sporter. I very much doubt that we're going to be using it all that often, but we might do. And if we do, then of course we'll have the items. I thought it was in a shed, though. So we'll have to go and check that I was wrong. Thank you. I don't have any rounds for it. We've got one round. One in the chamber. That's it. The main thing, though, of course, is the fact that we've got that scope. That scope is going to do us a world of good going forward. Righty. Let's head to Novo. I do get quite excited, I will admit, whenever we go on loot runs. Is that a Z or is that a person? That is a Z. Because obviously loot runs were the thing that we used to do here on this channel. Before we started the Great Build, we were doing loot runs across all of the trails along Chinaris. Well, for the start of it, it was Chinaris on Mark II as well. Yes. Now, I tell you what, we'll get rid of the sheath. I'll attach the Mark II and we'll go from there. That's 3 pistols now. I would take the Mark II over the Sporter for obvious reasons. And it is now starting to rain as well, which is sucky. Arm and hoe. Could of course use that. But the main thing I'm searching for is collectibles. Things that we can obviously store away easy. Now we can't really store away things like pickaxes, shovels, farming hoes. Of course axes and saws, sharpening stones. They are all needed items. So that's what we're really going to be looking for. That's the mission. The mission at the moment is to collect as many sharpening stones and axes and saws as I can. And then of course I am going to be stashing them around the sort of vicinity I'm going to be using. You hear that, right? I mean, honestly, I'm not really interested. Great. At the end of the day, could be more than one. Well, he was stacked to the teeth. That was a very nice kill, though. Didn't really take too much effort, we'll admit. I'm also very... Well, we found where he's making a base. Wow. I'll take off that and I'll obviously take the SGK instead. We will take that. I'll take them. That is definitely being taken. Great shit, assault boots. So we are now pretty stacked, if I'm perfectly honest. Sunglasses, he's got a shovel. Belt. Now I want to actually go and get that sheath now. Back in Novo. Now, I hope for his sake, planks and planks, I hope for his sake he's locked up that base, because if he hasn't, you know where I'm going. And I want to take the sport point with me as well. Let's see, he had a Mark II, didn't he? He's got the Colt. Lovely. We'll get rid of the Mark II. He's already got a Colt. And I will take the sport point. Lovely. And we'll take the other knife. Lovely. Right, great stuff. Great stuff. Oh yeah, and the trousers. Huh. Insanity. Insanity. Righty. Let's go see. Let's go and see his base, yeah? Well. Four dial. A couple of four dials. He's definitely got some stuff in here. That's for sure. So, I know obviously where our base is now. Ooh. Well, bro's been looting. I can tell you that much. Righty, so. 45 ACPs. Gonna get rid of the Colt. Actually, I'm gonna keep the Colt. We'll get rid of the P1. We'll leave him the P1 because we're a nice person. These pouches, lovely shit. Honestly, lovely. We don't need the rags anymore because we've got. I'll take the rags actually, just in case I run out of bandages. The ball and all this stuff as well. Lovely. And what I'm actually going to do instead of taking the Colt, we'll take the U70. Lovely. We'll keep a couple of pistols there. That's not a problem at all. That is amazing though. Lovely stuff. Ball suppressors, ropes. He's got a sheath as well. Lovely. It just doesn't have a pistol suppressor or pistol mag. He's got loads of 45s. So if I'm honest, actually, now I think I would like to keep, considering how many 45s I now have. Yeah, considering how many 45s we do have now, I think I'm going to take the Colt. Great stuff. I would obviously like to take the Sporter, because it does have, obviously, the mag to it. We'll run up and go and get that in just a second. If I would have said hi to that guy, he would have killed me instantly. He would not have risked it, so we obviously are not going to risk it either. It's done. Righty. Fair dues to him though. It's a nice little base that I was making. But this is why you cannot trust a thing. This is where the dude was. Lovely stuff. Is his helmet? Yeah. The rest of his stuff I just want to make sure is actually ruined. Lovely. We'll take the Sporter back. And I do. Oh, I would. Oh, he's got an axe. So really, I have some stuff I would already like to store away. So I think now what I'm going to do is probably head back to Kamishovo. Got the saw. I'd like to obviously take fishing rod for obvious purposes. Get rid of the can opener to save a little bit of room. And I think that is us. Oh. And put the Spore there. And the SGK. Lovely. Well, I would say I would like to head to Kamaravo. However, I am going to go back. I think we're going to start making our way back now. I think I'm going to start making my way back, I believe, to Kamishovo. Ooh, there's a lot of mushrooms around here. Obviously, the dude's been around here for a little while, making up this base. So, great stuff. I know there was obviously a base here now. we've got everything that we need. I may as well eat all these mushrooms. Let's eat all these mushrooms. Let's go get ourselves inside for a moment. Just to repair a few things. Use up, obviously, what I've already got. If you give us 1 minute. Put some sand up your buddy. GGG Online. Welcome, dude. Nice to obviously see you. Hope your Saturday is going phenomenal. So I just ended my stream. How is yours going? To be honest, Triple G. That's what I know you now. Know you as, dude. You're Triple G. So to be honest, Triple G, stream's going pretty well, dude. Yeah, absolutely. So mid-flow, of course. We haven't long started, as of course you can already see. We are insanely geared now. So we've actually just killed a dude who was making his base. So we've just killed a guy that was making his base. Obviously got a bunch of different gear and kit from this guy, which is lovely, of course. And we're on our second kill. So we're going forward and we're going to go over to Kamishovo to, of course, stash some stuff away before we venture out again to continue looting, stashing, and go forward. So do you stream DayZ? Do you, Triple G? Right, awesome. Everything is now repaired. Great. I want to eat obviously some of this food before I do venture out. It is raining, so I would like to not run out as it's raining. Actually, I tell you what, just to get ourselves a little bit warmer, let's just wring all this out, of course. I would also love to get some extra cola as well. And I mean cola in real life, not Pepsi Cola. How did your stream go anyway, Triple G? Hopefully it went DayZ and Ark. Amazing. Hey, really cool. So, do you play PC? I'm guessing you play PC since you play Ark as well. But great to hear, of course, dude. Great to hear. We're going to wait out here for a minute. Hopefully the rain will die down as much as possible. 0 followers as of yet. Oh, no worries at all. So do you stream on YouTube and Twitch, or is it mainly one platform, of course? Got always sure about. We're looking pretty fine. I will admit, I'm looking pretty fine. That dude, I was thinking about tying him up, if I'm honest, and just having a little chat. But yeah, we're out. So obviously, I should have probably done that. But by the time I'd got my stuff together, my rope out and untied, I wouldn't have had the time to be able to do that. By the time I'd got up, he would have killed me, and I would have been annoyed. If I had rope on me to hand, I would have tied him up, had a little chat, you know, see if I could make friends or whatever. But that wasn't the case, so we did have to kill him, of course. But he's probably very thankful he'd locked up his base before he'd gone out. I know I would be if I was him, of course. But the rest of it obviously is soaked. There's nothing I can do about that. But I'm just going to eat some of the food before I continue, because I've also got some nails now as well, which is great. Of course, it's great. YouTube and Twitch for streaming. Hit the old PS5 to play with friends from time to time. Very fair, dude. So I started on console as well. I started on console and moved over to PC a few months ago. So I started streaming full time about 2.5 months ago. I believe I could probably get going, but I think that dude is probably going to be, he's going to be coming back here very, very shortly. I can imagine that. But don't really want to destroy his base, for obvious reasons. We've got all that. Lovely, a bunch of 45s. 919s, not really going to need them because we don't have any 919 stuff on us. Anyway, I also don't have much to be able to run. You know, our stamina is really low, so I could go to Novo, to be honest, to get some epinephrine. At least that's going to help me run just that little bit quicker, of course. Right, he's got his stick down. He could look around. This is a nice base, I will admit. It is quite a nice base. Why do I feel like, though? I'm just going to try something here. So sometimes when people go back and forth, they'll do it so that they can basically have one code on here. But no, it's not the case, and it's fine. I'm not really too fussed. I want to just get going, if I'm honest, and go and stash this stuff away, if I'm perfectly honest. Obviously, I need to find a shovel. A shovel's going to be the most important thing for me to be able to find. So that shovel that he has actually got on him, I'm going to have to swap it. I'm going to swap it for the sporter, if I'm honest. Because the one thing that I need is that shovel. I can't really do anything without that shovel, if I'm fair. In 919s, this thing is kitted out as well, which is lovely. It's also why you need to be quiet and sneaky. Still got the J job for now, I do. Fair enough, GG. Fair enough, Triple G. What do you work as, if I may ask? But yeah, I totally get you. Like, I don't earn anything from this, of course. You know, we have a small amount of members that support the channel. The small membership is like £2 a month, so it helps the channel out, of course. But I don't really earn any money off this at the moment. But for myself, dude, I've always wanted to do this. I started YouTube about 9 years ago. Created hundreds of videos. You know, gained quite a lot of subscribers. Ended up having to stop it, unfortunately, due to family and, you know, and personal circumstances, of course. But now I'm getting fully back into it. So for me, dude, I'm either 2 foot in or 2 feet out. I never dip my toe in anything. I never beat around the bush. I am either an all-in or an all-out person. So that's me, dude. So yeah, I lost my job due to depression. Bit of a backstory. Most people do know that's been around the channel. But yeah, I lost my job due to mental health. And this was the only thing that got me out of bed in the morning, dude. And ever since I started again, about 2.5 months ago, we've gone from about 445 subscribers on YouTube to 1,050 at the moment, I think. And 1,150, sorry. And yeah, I stream every single day, pretty much Monday to Saturday. And I stream about 6 to 10 hours a day. So we're always here for a chat, always here for some good DayZ as well, dude. You're a mailman. Hey, you don't need to call me sir. I can go by Doc. I'm fine. Oh, you call me whatever you feel like you want to call me. I mean, well, maybe not whatever you like, you know. So, I do have feelings. Yeah, nice. Hey. Now the fun part is getting back to Cammy Shobo. Totally understand, but depression and PTSD and some other shit. Very fair, dude. Very fair indeed, GG. Well, I must admit, Triple G, you're in the right place, dude. My stream, and all the guys that do join, of course, on a regular basis, we chat about some, pressing shit like depression and anxiety. I have depression and social anxiety. We chat about all this, but we also talk about fun things, and we have a laugh. Talk about food a lot. I like food. But yeah, this is a chill place, Triple G. So of course, I'm glad you found me, and hopefully we'll see you around as well going forward, dude. But yeah, I hope obviously you have a great Saturday as well. But it's nice to be able to relate. That's the thing. I feel like a lot of streamers at the moment, they're not as relatable. There's all this consensus, like you have to be this certain way and you have to do this and that. At the end of the day, that's not me. That's not me in any way, shape or form. I've come up to the edge of the map, by the way, guys, because I want to just quickly see if there is anything around here. This dude obviously is looting around here, so he could have stashes or storage around this sort of area that's going to help hedge him, forward when he's building the base. It is doubtful, but of course, you never know at the end of the day. Killed a stat guy with VSD. Amazing Addicted. That sounds awesome, dude. I'm with you there, man. I killed a stat guy as well. And we've got ourselves a nice SGK. We've got ourselves a lot of building materials. He was trying to build a base. So we've got some shovels, axe, saw, nails. So I'm actually on my way now back to Camby Shovo to stash some of the stuff away. And then I'm going to head back out, of course, to keep looting. I'm old enough to tell you we're all a mess. Oh, dude, yes. We are all a mess. I can definitely agree with that one, dude. I definitely can. I'm 28, Triple G. I'm not massively old, but I'm not young, of course. I've got two little ones. Well, I've got one little one. He's 2. And I've got another one. They're on the way. So that's going to be obviously really fun. So yeah, this is why I put my heart and soul into my videos. It's something I truly enjoy to do. I truly enjoy making content. And at the end of the day, there's only so many times you can try stuff in your life. And my little one is due in about 7 months. So hey, if I make an impact, then amazing. Hopefully we can go forward. But yeah, I can completely agree, honestly, Triple G. If you just joined as well, guys, by the way, welcome. I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope your Saturday is going phenomenal. And I'm glad you found the channel. Or if you're a returning member or subscriber, then welcome back. Nice to see you. I will admit one thing, Ducks. My mouse is definitely helping me. So for anyone that wants to see, I've got this mouse. It is the Logitech GT something or other. I'm not a computer buff. I don't know all the ins and outs of computers. I've never claimed to be. I'm a gamer, but I've never gone about my life learning everything about computers. It's never really been my thing, to be honest. I've always been into sports, and that's really it. Cars, motorbikes, sports. I guess I'm a typical man. My wife would say I'm a typical man. That's really my jam. My cup of tea. I've got hair in my nose as well. I wonder what that was then when I looked up. I was like, what the dude? Looked like the dude was holding a cigar. Oh, I've got a few. So I'm on now day 13 or 14 of no nicotine. So I haven't smoked cigarettes or anything like that for a good few days. It's been fun. I say that with caution. It's been fun. It's not. Honestly, it's not been too fun. But yeah, it's gonna happen one day. So why not make it today? My voice as well has gotten so much better. Lighter. It feels easier to talk. So yeah, I've just been craving caffeine a lot more. I guess we always swap one thing for another, don't we? got to be very wary about where I'm going and how I'm moving. At the end of the day, I have very little stamina. Because we do have a lot of things on me. And obviously I need to get back with these so I can make a storage. I can stash it. And then I can proceed. The one thing I don't want to happen is I don't want to die with all this stuff on me. For obvious reasons. Normally I don't mind dying. That's why the way that I play is very sort of loosey-goosey. Not really very stealthy at all. However, this time around, we are going for stealth. The Sherpa hat is going to keep my hydrate. Oh, it is soaked. That's fine. You know what? Should be fine. I would, of course, like to quickly just wring it out. Just quickly wring out this. It shouldn't be too bad. Get my phone off charge as well. I've also changed my setup as well, Dux. Just want to obviously make sure that I'm constantly improving the channel as much as possible. I'm constantly upgrading things, making the quality better, of course. There's a couple of things that we need to wring out and we can get moving again. Look, let's get moving. This mouse is lovely. Right, so we're back to Torovo, where we killed the first guy. So one thing that we need to watch out for now, I think, I need to get moving, I guess, actually as quick as possible, because this dude that we had just killed, more than likely, is going to try and get a Svet spawn. He's either going to try and get a Svet spawn and run straight back, or he's going to try and get a higher loot spawn and he's going to take his time. If he does try to run back, to be fair, if he gets a Svet spawn and he tries to run back, he's not really going to be much of an issue. It's not really going to be much of an issue. So I think we're pretty much safe. If I'm honest, Ducks. Like I said, I need to be careful with this. We can't really be running out into the middle where I'm going to be walking around. There's another mushroom as well. I imagine the reason there are so many mushrooms is because the fact I've been here, we've seen 2 guys already around this same area as well. So, had to step away. What did I miss? To be honest, Triple G, you didn't miss anything really too much, dude. So we're on our way, of course, over to Cami. We've just headed or got into Torovo, and at the moment we're just really just trying to make sure that we don't end up dying. So we're going to be taking a slow little wander back over. You missed some epic ringing of the clothes and some epic walking. I'm not going to be looting Torovo. There is no point. Do I think that guy was going to be mad that I killed him? Probably. It sucks that I killed him from behind. I wish he would have at least turned to face me. But it's proven in our favor. Great. Luckily as well, the guy had a decent amount of food on him. So that is kind of lucky as well. What guns have I got? So I've got the SGK. I have the... Wait, what pistol did I actually end up picking up? Oh, it was the Colt, wasn't it? I didn't keep the P1. So yeah, we've got the SGK, I've got the Colt, and I have the BK as well, dude. So I actually don't have many weapons on me. We've got enough ammo for the weapons I've got. But other than that, not really a massive amount. We've got what we need. I had to drop the sporter because I didn't want the shovel. At the end of the day, there's no point trying to make a stash if I haven't got the ability to actually put it away. Now, of course, I could ditch the fishing rod and make a lot more space by putting my axe or my saw there. It's still not going to fit the sporter or a shovel though. So for that moment in time, I made the decision, obviously, of keeping the shovel and getting rid of the sporter. I do also have the scope as well, actually, for the sporter. So I'm going to put that down there as well, because at least we can look through. It's better than nothing at the end of the day. Right. Binoculars probably would have helped a bit more. They take up a bit more of bulk rather than a scope. Lovely. If you have, of course, just joined as well, welcome. Hope your Saturday's going phenomenal. I hope you personally are doing okay and loving life. And of course, guys, it is completely free. We never ask for memberships or anything like that. Hit the like button. It's free and it helps me out, of course. And if you want to see more content, hit the little subscribe button. And of course, get notified when I am live, which is literally every day. I do private streams for our members over the weekend as well. So if you're liking this sort of stream we're doing at the moment, where we're doing loot runs and now PvP and that sort of thing, this is what the members will get to watch and be involved in. Or of course we could do one-on-one runs as well. So if you want to do a one-on-one loot run, then that's something we also will do as well. Yeah, but you can use the rifle scope just as well. I can do, absolutely. Yeah. I was just kind of making a point, like, you know, we tried to keep as much as possible from the sporter. But we couldn't keep the gun itself. I'm a bit of a hoarder, so if I can take it and it may prove of use in some way, then I will do. You know, at the end of the day, I could get into a firefight with the SGK. They could damage the scope, and then the only thing I've got is the sporter scope. And then, of course, I'm going to be very happy that I kept the sporter scope. So I tried to think ahead as much as possible, and I also tried to think of reasons to keep as much items on me as possible. So, like I said, I'm a little bit of a hoarder. I really am, Triple G. I would like a can of cola, though. In real life, can of cola. So I think that is what I'm going to be grabbing very soon. So the sun is coming up, so we are heading east. So we want to be heading more this way as well. Hey! Oh. New donation, Triple G. Donated £10. Dude! Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that, Triple G. Honestly, I should actually have the notification up for that. I don't even know why. We only have it. I set it up for the member side of it, but not that. But hats off to yourself, Triple G. I really do appreciate that, dude. That is literally the highest tip I've ever received so far. So amazing stuff, dude. Amazing stuff. Once again, thank you very much, Triple G. Righty. Well, let's continue anyway. I'm a loot goblin, as they say too, lol. You're quite welcome. Yeah, I am a loot goblin. At the end of the day, if I've got room, I will take it. But this is the thing, so at the moment, mate, we're doing an official build. I've got videos up on the channel, of course, so it explains everything, if obviously that's something you're interested in. But a load of the guys that came down kept saying, oh, I need this, and I need that, and I need this, and I just stood there, like, giving people stuff out, because I'm like, yeah, I'm a loot goblin, I've got everything. I've never actually referred to it as a loot goblin, but I think I'm a loot duck. Don't feel like a Roch fella then. I don't actually get that reference, if I'm honest. Maybe that makes me seem unintelligent, or I probably do if you explain it, but I don't actually get that. Roch fella, wait, isn't that like a really, it's not like the really rich family? Or no, that's not the Roch. Yeah, I'm not actually too sure with that reference. If you can explain that to me, dude, I would appreciate that. I like to know things. I'm a bit of an information geek. Like, I like to know as much as I can. Knowledge is power at the end of the day, in my opinion. You know, information is everything. But I want to understand that. I really want to, like, go on Google in a minute and have a little look into that. Roch fellas, they're like a family. Or no, am I thinking about a different family maybe. You know, the massive one that owns, like, they own, like, all, like, the TV stations and everything in America. Or the radio stations and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, lol, and you said it was your highest tip. Yeah, that was my highest tip, dude. So one person before has tipped me £10 as well, which is obviously absolutely amazing. So that is still the highest tip I have received, is £10. You know, and really what I say at the moment, yeah, you know, I've got bills to pay and yada yada, but that's not on you or anyone that watches the channel. And any tip money that I do get, it actually goes straight back into the channel, so I can build not just obviously the channel, but the community. Like I said, I've done this. I tried to do this when I was about 14 years old. I started to try and do this when YouTube started becoming a thing, when people like, there was people like the Syndicate Project, and when PewDiePie, you know, was well under the amount of subscribers he has right now, and all this. Yeah, the Roch fella, I get who you're on about now. I'll do better next tip. Dude, don't worry about it. We never say it for that, obviously. But anything that comes our way, I highly appreciate, of course, at the end of the day, dude. You know, I'm just surprised I even got, like, obviously I've got the membership set up, and I wanted to set up as low as possible for people to support the channel. So, like, we've got 3 levels, of course, which is great. But obviously, yeah, that itself. So once that's in full swing, you know, we can start really upgrading the perks, etc. But yeah, dude, no matter what, thank you for your generosity. I do appreciate it. But yeah, that's what I was saying. So I started doing this when I was like 14 years old, right? When Skyrim, the best way to describe it, if anyone remembers when Skyrim first came out, right? That's when I started doing YouTube. No word of a lie. I had a shitty ass computer that I'd bought from, like, I'd bought out of like, I don't know, my paper round money. So I used to deliver something like 150 papers every day, and I used to get like 50 quid a week, right? It was a lot, to be honest, for what I got paid. I spent all that money on buying myself a computer, started doing obviously all that. Unfortunately, life happened. You know, I couldn't carry on doing it. I had to sell my computer, etc., etc. Then I started doing it after I left the military, and that was actually down to depression as well. I wanted to do something that made me happy, and this was it. So obviously we did that. Life got in the way again, which is unfortunate. And now this is pretty much the last hurrah. This is the final time. After this, I can't keep trying it over and over again. So yeah, I'm putting every ounce of my being is going into this channel at the moment, from morning till noon, to morning till the AMs. This is what I do, and I love every minute of it. It's amazing. Anyway. I don't know how to do any of that. I think I have to make partner or something first. Do you mean like setting it up on your channel? So if you go on to set that up for your own channel, Triple G, the way that you basically do it, dude, is once you're eligible for partner, which you have to pass a certain criteria, you then get invited through Gmail, and then obviously you can set up membership sites. So obviously you set up different levels and different perks at different levels. Personally, I haven't had the time to be doing that. I've got about 50 to 60 hours worth of footage still to edit through, and obviously every day it just gets longer. So we try to make the best content possible from all of this, right? So that's my main priority, is streaming, the content creation. Obviously when I get 2 minutes, I'll probably try and set it up a little bit more, but you know, for the highest members that we've got, you get extra streams, early access to videos, etc. For the lowest tier, I believe it's like early access to shorts, but we need to obviously rejig that. But I just try to set it up so that even if you want to support the channel and you don't have much, but you still want to, you know, you can literally support it for like £2 a month. You know, at the end of the day, even if I had 200 people, £2 a month, it's still only about £200. You know, so about £300 off my bills. But I want to do that as much as possible. I'm a vet as well. They did a number on us, all young men. Oh, dude, you're a vet as well. So you're a postman and you're a vet. That's pretty cool, to be honest, Triple G. That is pretty cool. So how long have you been a vet for, if I may ask? I hope you don't mind me calling you Triple G either. I feel like you probably would have said something if you did by now. Having this little stamina is ridiculous. Do I have electrical repair kit? No, I unfortunately don't. Sorry, dude. I don't have... and as well, I'm probably quite far away from you, if I'm honest, but yeah, sorry, Addicted, I don't have any repair kits on me. I don't even have a leather repair kit. I've got a sewing kit, but that's not really too much. 6 years in the USMC. Fair, I'm guessing that's like is that like the board, you know, like the vet board or something like that. I know that you obviously have practice regulations, don't you? So I'm guessing that's probably, no, not at all. I'm forgetting now the question that I asked you, dude, for that response. That's hilarious. Oh, of course, yeah. Triple G are my initials and gaming anyway. Ah, okay, awesome. Fair enough, dude, awesome. Well, I'll keep calling you Triple G then. I'm one of them people. I like to give nicknames to people, as long as you don't mind it and you enjoy it. I just like to. I don't know. I want everyone that joins and wants to have a conversation and chat away. I want everyone to feel included. It's the whole point of my channel. It's the whole point, you know. We are the land of ducks. We are the land of ducks, not me. We. And everyone that has joined the community has felt at home already. I can tell. A lot of people as well, to be honest, have actually joined as a solo DayZ player and made a friend. You know, we've got I think I've got about 3 or 4 groups at the moment of people that are out. They've made friends. They've gone on runs together, and it's just not something that is very often done. Give me 1 second, Ducks. My little man's just come in for a quick cuddle. Right, guys, that is us back, of course. Lovely stuff. United States Marine Corps. Amazing. That is really cool, dude. So I do that too, kiddo and young man, and all manner of nicknames. How old is your boy? So my boy is actually 2 years old. So he's 2 years old, and obviously I've got a new one on the way as well. So he isn't born yet. And the fact that you're in the U.S. Marine Corps, dude, is absolutely amazing. Myself, I wanted to join the Marines when I was younger. I got pushed into joining the parachute regiment. So unfortunately, I went through the parachute regiment training, got right the way to the end, about to pass out. My back crumbled on me, so I couldn't actually do anything. Transferred into something called the REME, which is the Royal Electrical Mechanical Engineers, within the British Army. Did about 4 years in the British Army, and then I came out, dude. So I joined when I was 17 years old. I was actually the youngest person to join the paras within about 10 to 15 years. I technically wasn't meant to be joining at that age, but because of some circumstances, etc., as to the dates I was joining, they just kind of threw me into the deep end. So a lot of people do say I'm a bit more mature than most sort of 28-year-olds, to be honest. And I feel it. I definitely feel a lot older. It's also why I smoked quite a lot. Yours is 21. Yeah, fair, dude. I can imagine. It's I can imagine that's pretty fun. You know, I'm looking forward to the little dude growing up and being able to do quite a few things with him. Of course, I really am looking forward to that. If I'm honest, really am. I've met a lot of British vets on this game. Have you really? To be honest, I mean, it is a war simulator game, isn't it, Triple G? So, you know, I can imagine you probably have, dude. No, I haven't been on tour or anything like that. I'm not going to ever state that, obviously. I've not been on tour, you know. I've been to places like, you know, Kenya, and I've been on adventures, I guess. You know, I went to climb the Atlas Mountains. I did a 2-week hiking expedition, of course. I actually joined, or when I came out, I was something called a TSS. So that is a Technical Stores Specialist. And basically, I was in charge of making sure everyone had what they needed to do their job. So that was basically what I had to do. It was a glorified storeman. But to be honest, coming out, it allowed me to get quite a lot of different jobs. So, yeah, but it was a fun time, to be honest. I wouldn't go back in. You know, I definitely enjoy my freedom. But, hey, it is what it is. That's a great age, and congratulations. I was a mechanic on attack helicopters. That's pretty cool. That is really cool. I know quite a few mechanics. I know a lot of mechanics. Obviously, I work alongside the mechanics. I was basically the dude that made sure they had everything they needed. The mechanics, the recce mechs. So, anyone that doesn't know what a recce mech is, oh yeah, because I have a full ghillie suit. Addicted. You got a full ghillie suit, dude. Amazing. Well, this is what I look like. If you see this person running around, don't shoot me. I've had a fun time with people in ghillie suits recently. I enjoy my time as well. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, it's one of them things. I definitely enjoyed my time in the military. You know, it was a fun thing. It aged me. You know, it matured me. I was, as a kid, I wasn't exactly the most well-behaved. You know, I was a fighter. I was, you know, broke many bones in my body, drank too much, smoked too much. I was, you know, nearly went to prison. All these types of things. And yeah, you know, I joined the military. Still fought a lot. Still drank a lot and smoked a lot. And still got in trouble. But, you know, I matured. You know, you learn about respect and you learn about courtesy and, you know, you learn some of the simple things in life. You know, you learn to appreciate some things. A funny story that I had, so when I first went into my training, there was a red chair. So we had obviously our lockers, you've got a bed, and you've got a red chair, right? And when we went in there, everyone laughed at the red chair, me included. I was just like, oh, red chair. They were like, you're not allowed to sit on that red chair until you're in your own time. And obviously we all laughed. We were all like, oh, red chair, we're not going to want that. Anyway, they said to us, after an exercise, go on a 7-day exercise, I can guarantee you come back, you're going to sit on that red chair, you're going to love it. And I was like, oh yeah, probably. And I didn't really understand to what extent. Is that Novo? I didn't really understand to what extent. If I'm honest, I didn't. Anyway, went on a 7-day expedition, or a 7-day exercise, came back, dripping wet, sopping, absolute horrendous, muddy, the whole works, and I sat on that red chair, and there we go, lovely, we're getting to the coast. We're near Berezino. Awesome. Righty, so yeah, I lay on this red chair and it was like a godsend. It was like, oh my days. And from that moment, I appreciated everything I had in my life. And I appreciated my life as well. You know, I never let anything try and like, get me down. If something was getting me down, I would prefer to cut it out of my life altogether because it's not worth it. Anyway. And a DMR with a marksman scope. Do you want a VSD? Dude, I would always take a VSD. Yes. At the moment, I've got a BK single action, I've got the SGK, and I've also got the Colt pistol. I'm not exactly well equipped for fights, especially at long range. So, if you're offering me a VSD, I will take it. If you want to meet up, we can obviously head over to Kamishovo and build a stash. But that's where I'm headed at the moment. Addicted. So hard on the body though. Oh my days. Triple G. It is absolutely like I'm not exactly a tall dude. You know, I'm like 5'9", 5'10", but I'm quite a stocky guy. You know, I'm well built, if you will. You know, I've done CrossFit, I've done bodybuilding. You know, I used to tab with extra weight. Like, I was an animal. I'm not even gonna lie, I was an animal. I could run 1.5 miles I would do in about 9.5 minutes. Like, I was a machine. But that was because all I cared about was fitness for a while. All I cared about for years was fitness. And after I left, I was like, why am I fucking doing this? What's the point? I'd prefer to go out, eat a big fat burger, you know, come home and lie on the sofa and have a nap for a bit. I'm 6'2" and stocky, mate. Fair, it's quite funny. You'll probably know this as well, Triple G. And for anyone that doesn't, just because someone is stocky doesn't mean they're actually good at tabbing or good at fitness. I have seen some guys, some PTs, personal trainers, some PTs are the skinniest guys alive, but they can honestly, they can go, they could do 40-mile tabs, 40-mile hikes, and not even break a sweat. They're some of the fittest guys ever, and you look at them and you think, I could snap you I could snap you like a twig. But they are some of it's insane. It is insane. And Triple G, you'll probably attest to that as well, mate. Like, you've probably seen some scrawny guys that would annihilate some of the stocky guys, like, you know, like yourself. And 6'2" as well, dude. That's 6'2" and stocky. Fucking hell. I know who was carrying the LMGs or the mini-me's. I tried carrying them, dude. I got put on them. Fuck off. Honestly, launching yourself down with a gun that's like that big, and you gotta use your whole hand to fucking cock it back. Like, so you sling yourself down, and this whole thing is just like, it basically just, it's like you've got rocks on your feet and you've just jumped in a pool. It just takes you down. Gravity takes. Because I kind of put it anywhere. And do you have a spark plug anywhere? I don't. Addicted, I have nothing. What you see on me is the only things that I have. I don't have anything else, honestly, dude. I can't. Everything got raided. Everything got looted. There was nothing that I could do. Honestly. Very true. The hardest PT machines were all the smaller guys. Yeah, it's insane. Maybe it's just because they're lighter. They haven't got to carry as much. But yeah, no, it's really true. Like, some of the PTs were animals, and I looked at them and I was like, it's crazy. But it's really nice to obviously chat to someone. Like, I don't really talk about the military and that often. It's not really something that I do talk about, you know. Even to other military people, I don't really chat about it too much, especially on stream. It's not really something I go over. But yeah, it's nice to obviously chat to someone regarding the dude. It's nice to actually find some sort of similarities with people that pop over to the stream, you know, because it means for yourself, dude, if you want to come and watch someone that you can relate to, and you're obviously enjoying listening and watching, then you know there's someone there, dude. I don't know why I say dude all the time as well, guys. My phrase is mate. Like, that's why I call everyone mate. Dude, it's not my thing. So, I'm going to try and real stick to that. Yeah, mate, it just came up. Exactly, it always does, mate. Like, it does. It happens, you know, but it's just one of them things that... It's one of them things you can only relate to someone that has been in the same sort of position, you know? It's like when someone has a death in their family, and, you know, your friend goes, oh, I feel your pain, you know, and no one's died in their family, but their dog died a couple of weeks ago, you know. Yeah, maybe if that you've been through some shit with that dog, you know, maybe, but you know what I mean. Like, if you've not been through the same stuff, you can only relate to a certain level. Dude, it's fine, better than bro. I hate bro. So where I'm from, everyone calls each other la. Like L-A, la. And I grinds my gears. I'm quite I'm quite a well-spoken. One side of my family is, I guess, well off. One side of my family, or most of my family, is not, you know, so I can be quite well-spoken. But la and bro, I'm like, I'm not your brother. La, ooh, it's not a working car. And la as well grinds my gears. It's like, it's just lazy. Oh, addicted. I really thought I was going to be able to find your spark plug there. This car has been rinsed, though. Jeez, peeps. My days. Let's go. Messed up tire as well. Fired. By the way, for everyone just joining, welcome. Hope your Saturday's going lovely. Hope you're doing great. Of course, guys, you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. Want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Obviously, if you want to support the channel, you know what to do. I wanted to put out there as well, I am sniffling a little bit. I haven't got a cold. This is basically what happens when you've smoked for like 16 years of your life and then you just quit. You know, a lot of crap comes out. So this is literally it. It's not nice, it's not the best, but hey, it is what it is, of course. Yeah, is lard really too much for your mouth? Mate, honestly, Triple G, I couldn't have said it better myself. It's one extra syllable. The ones that get me, right, is when sometimes I don't have an example for you. I block them out of my brain, but I know it's happened many times to me. Like, someone will say something as like a shortened version of the word, but the shortened version is actually longer than the version itself, and it's just kind of like, I'm just looking at people like, what the? Is your brain on backwards or something? Like, all thanks for your service. Business is weird to me. All thanks for your service. Business is weird to me. Sorry, dude, a little bit confused on that one, mate. Yeah, so I put out that I have ADHD. I have social anxiety. Sometimes my brain doesn't function all that well, especially while doing multiple things. So if I do forget what I've said, sometimes I do apologize. Obviously, we try our best. But this is also kind of why I have this crippling freaking depression. Because, yeah, ADHD is a bitch. Especially when you're unmedicated. Where do you want to be? I crashed it. You crashed your car. Wait, that red car, was that yours, Addicted? Please tell me it was, mate. That would have been hilarious. Is that your car that you crashed? That would be awesome if it was. That genuinely would be awesome. So, as well, guys, I think I'm gonna probably do more That's Awesome Addicted. Honestly, this is why I like playing the same server for a little while, you know? Because you get to see all this sort of stuff. And the amount of stuff we've done on the server is insane. You're good. The conversation in this form doesn't flow that well and not always in order. You're right. I enjoy an understanding person, if I'm honest, Triple G. You're totally right, though. Yeah, it doesn't, you know? But hey, we do our best, of course. We do our best. We here. So last night, I'm always tinkering around, as everyone knows. So last night, I sliced my finger, right? I was cutting up some old carpet that I have. So I am someone that I always want my content to be as pristine as possible, as good quality. So I tried to create a bit more of a sound buff, brought the mic closer, changed up all the settings as well. So I'm hoping as well for everyone that the mic is crystal clear. The mic is, you know, as bright as it can be. I'm gonna open this curtain as well, Ducks, to get some of this natural light in here, of course. So I'm hoping that everything is just sounding a little bit better than it normally is. That's obviously the thing. Like, I want my quality to just be as high end as possible with, obviously, you know, what I've got as well. So I'm gonna start doing possibly some giveaways to people. I don't know what it's going to be doing. So I earn like free little giveaways and that sort of stuff through streaming. And I've been thinking about a way to try and actually give back to the community. So, you know, at the end of the day, like, these things I'm probably not going to use, you know. So I'm going to look into that. See if we can try and set up some sort of competitions or giveaways. That would be really interesting. Am I using OBS? Yes, I am. So I'm actually using Streamlabs plugin for OBS. I used to use OBS on its own. However, after some careful consideration and careful fiddling around with a few settings, I've realized that Streamlabs, it does make things a little bit easier, a little bit simpler. And to be honest as well, it's just, it runs a lot faster, I feel. So I do use OBS, yes, but I use the Streamlabs plugin for OBS, so we use the Streamlabs. OBS, it is a fun service. I like OBS, obviously. That's the one I've always grown up with using. Oh, I don't like this. That's a big bit in there. I don't like that. I'm going to have to go around. So yeah, I think that's Berezino over there as well. Oh, no, that's a castle. You know what? We'll go up to the castle, see if I can go and get anything. I also don't have room I don't have room for that. We'll just drop it. It's fine. OBS is a good tool, to be honest. I do like it. But I'm still only trying to get used to everything now. Like, I've played on console for a long time. So it's never really been something that I'm just obsessed, you know, or learned loads about. For the multi-chat and multi-streaming, gotta have the Streamlabs plugins. Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, I used to use something called Restream. However, I started having kind of issues with that and the quality it was streaming from. So obviously you have a mainstream, right? You have a mainstream that you obviously use. So mainstream would be to like Twitch, let's say, because I multi-stream Twitch and YouTube. So your main thing would obviously be like Twitch, let's say, and then your secondary platform would be YouTube. But the secondary platform was always a low quality. So with Streamlabs, that plugin is just lovely. You've got to pay for it, of course, but if you want quality, then you've got to pay for it. So I think I pay something like £30 a month. It's a nice system. Restream obviously is good, but you can also get it like Stream Elements. That's free. That's not a bad one either. Or you can get plugins that you can download and install into OBS that is free, but they need constant updating and constant new versions, etc, etc. Yeah, so Addicted, where are you at the moment then, dude? If you want to meet, I'm happy to obviously meet, mate. I'm really not fussed, you know. Traveling as a duo is a lot more safer than traveling as a solo, of course, but it's really up to you depending on where you are. I think I'm near Berezino. But I'm also going to the castle in a minute. I'll probably log out in the castle real quick because I want to go and get a quick drink. So main Twitch and secondary YouTube. Yeah, so my main is YouTube. As of course, you know, at the moment we've got about 130 people on the YouTube side. And my secondary is Twitch. I've always just been on YouTube, you know, so I guess that's where I've always had the platform. That's where most of my views essentially have come from, and etc etc. So I like using YouTube. Twitch is obviously good, but one thing, and I always recommend this for everyone, one thing about using YouTube, ooh, right, so we hear shots. We've heard one shot towards the castle. Obviously it'd be nice to find this dude. They're obviously at the castle. So we've got to be careful now. I haven't got much on me, to be honest. I was really only going there to see if I could get some sort of rifle other than the BK. So I'm gonna have to go and have a little look. I still want to go up there. If I die, then that's gonna be going. I want to kind of just take a little bit of a detour at the moment. Could be hunting with the single shot. Could be. That's honestly what went through my brain. I hear one shot, no follow-up round, and also it didn't sound very loud. It sounded like a 7.62, so I'm thinking he may be hunting, especially with that single shot. If so, that's great for us. We could try and ping him as he's hunting. But obviously, we've got to be very careful, because the last thing that I want is to lose what I've got on me at the moment, because we're stacked. Well, not stacked, but we're in a great position. And I wouldn't want to lose that, obviously. Came from around this area, and it wasn't that far either. Right, dead set, so we know these are around here. Could get the higher ground. I just don't have a rifle to be able to deal with the guy if I do see him from far away. This is my only problem at the moment. I'm equipped for close range, but I'm not equipped for long. Obviously, we've got the scope, yes, It's true. The scope 919s don't really work very well from an SGK at long range. It's still a short range weapon. I reckon he's left. He's left out that way, I reckon. I'm gonna run around. Like I said, I want to be very careful. I don't want to be running into a fight at the moment. Honestly, it's not my main objective. But I know there's a guy around here, so I don't really want to be rushing around. I still want to go and get my Coca-Cola, though. Imagine he's going to be running inland. I don't see how he'd be running back to the ocean. Just joined, of course. Welcome, guys. Nice to see you all. Hope you're doing well, and hopefully your Saturday is going phenomenal. Mine definitely is. We've had a great stream today, I will admit. Had a great stream, I will admit, so far. And as well, the numbers that I normally have the weekend don't reflect. For myself, I normally stream of a morning time throughout the week, so a lot of people do like listening in, of course. But normally on the weekend, it's not really something that it's not really something that we do on the weekend, so the numbers aren't really that high. But the fact, obviously, 136, 137. About 140 people at the moment, obviously enjoying the stream. So that is great. That is genuinely great. So I'm really, really glad, guys, of course. Nice to see all the concurrent, the reoccurring subscribers. Right, we need to pay attention though, ducks. We really do. I want to also get a little tagline for our slogan as well. Obviously, our little slogan, you know, don't be a dick, be a duck. I need to get that kind of set up properly on the stream, because I don't feel like it's as visible as much as it could be, honestly. And I know a lot of you find that quite funny. We've had it for a while, of course, but I need to get it somewhere on the stream, maybe. I want the stream to look good, because obviously we take videos from the stream. You know, we create the videos, and I don't want it to look trash. As nicely to put it, I don't want it to look like trash. There's no one around. Also, I might actually make it to Kamishovo, if I'm honest. That'd be nice. I literally have everything on me as well to be able to go and make this first stash. Once I've made the first stash, I feel like I can relax. A crate, I can put a sword, put a hammer, put some nails in it. Great. You can at least then as well feel a little bit, I don't know, a little bit, what's the word, lighter? Well, looks pretty cool. It's an obvious old river, isn't it? Get some gold from that. Gold hunting's one of them exciting things. I don't know if anyone else has done it, but I've done a little bit. I've never found any. But I've done a little bit. It was fun. It was really fun. There's this thing called black sand. Ooh, right, 1 second, ducks. I'm gonna have to just... Hopefully no one kills me. Hopefully. Now that I've actually got a brand new, not a brand new setup, but more of a setup, I guess. I can actually charge my shit. Put it on the wall behind you. Put what on the wall? Sorry, dude. I have been thinking about what to put on my wall, if I'm honest. Like, I've got the camera zoomed in at the moment. Zoomed in a little bit, just to obviously get me and Mr. Quackerson. The name's not official yet, by the way, but it's getting there. Or Quackatron, I'm not sure yet. I think that's Boar. Yeah, Quackatron's pretty bad, but Quackerson, that's a good one. We've got names written down. But put it on what you're saying. Oh my days. Triple G. That is an idea, my man. But don't be a dick, be a duck on the wall behind me. Like up here or something like that. You know what? That's actually a pretty cool idea. That would definitely add something to the stream, wouldn't it? Like, I want the stream to obviously look really cool. Maybe I'll look into that, actually. I'll look into that, Triple G. Definitely will, dude. Definitely. Nothing will annoy you than trying to build a base. Correction. Finding the equipment to build a base will annoy you beyond belief. Gustavov, welcome to the stream, dude. First time chatting, of course. Nice to see you. Hope your Saturday's going well, and hope you're doing well as well, of course. But yeah, my man, considering what we have been going through, so if you're new to the channel, you may not know, obviously we've got a build going on, a massive build on official servers. So we've released a couple of videos. Episode 1 and 2 have been released now. And of course we're on episode 15, I think this is, of the streams for it. So yeah, trust me, I know. This is why we're obviously trying to get as many people involved as possible. If everyone builds stashes or gets stuff hidden around, and then, you know, eventually starts building up the whole perimeter and that, then it's going to end up being a lot easier for us. But yeah, so have you built many bases before, Gustavov? I hope I'm saying your name right as well, dude. Something about don't be a dick, be a duck. There's something about don't be a dick, be a duck. It's the greatest slogan ever. Yes. So Mrs. Duck has just put forward an idea. It's built upon your idea, Triple G. I could possibly get a neon sign created behind me that says don't be a dick, be a duck. Do you reckon a neon sign would be cool? Would only have to widen it out. Yeah, so I'd have to widen my camera lens out, but that's not a problem. I'm zoomed in at the moment anyway. Just to obviously get me and Mr. Quackers here into the stream. Yes, it is painful. Oh, dude, so do you play PC, Gustav? It's okay if I call you Gustav. Hopefully that's okay. Very cool. You think that would be cool? Okay, dude. I'll have a little look. Oh, righty, guys. So, we're in a good position at the moment. Let's have a little look. I don't think there's going to be anyone down. MZs are probably for me. Yeah. Right there. It's a geared guy. A bullet drop. How is that bullet drop not happening? Oh my days. If I had a rifle right now. I can't. It's not even, it's dropping so far. Like, I'd have to do it like that. It's the drop on it is so much. It's not even going near him. I can't even see where it's dropping. Let's just wait around. Let's see what he does. Not enough power. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, pretty much GG. There's just not enough power, and I don't have the weapons for it either. I could obviously run in, but the dude looks like he is fairly stacked. And he's probably going to notice me coming in. It is the unfortunate part. Otherwise, I would be able to obviously take him out. I'm just going to watch though. We're going to watch and see what he's doing. Stupid man. Let me just see if I can hit him now. It's got no. It's not about. I'm just wasting bullets here. There's nothing that I can do, unfortunately. Obviously, if I had a rifle, I would have. He would have been dead. He would have been a goner by now. It's kind of frustrating, I will admit. Range to 300. Try again. Now, let's see if we can try and range up a little bit. What even is that range? I should have a rangefinder on me. No. Right, where's he gone? Obviously, we know there's no point collecting that stuff anymore. Or going down to loot the area. Not sure where he's gone. Let me try and shoot. Let me just try and shoot. See. That's where the bullets. So up here, the bullets are landing there. So yeah, I think it's ranged to like probably 100. I mean, it is the SGK. It's a short-range weapon. There's no point, to be honest. Even if I hit him, it's not gonna knock him down or anything. He's gonna bolt off. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave this dude alone, to be honest. Now, even a spore wouldn't have touched him. It's okay though. You know what? That's okay. We're heading in the right direction. But we need to head that way. Page up. So I actually got it set to the equal sign now. But I think if I range it to 300 anyway. So I've arranged that now. Let me just test the range of this actually. I may as well do this now. Because all my weapons have been the same. There you go. Right. Let's range up again. That is much, much better. There he is. Right. One more time. I think that should be good. I reckon I could probably hit him, scare him. It's my guy. Ah, he's running that way. Okay. Landed there. Oh, come on. Oh, you're joking. I haven't got... Let me... 1 second. Where'd this fucker go? There he is. But you know what, guys? We're gonna stalk him. We're gonna go stalk him. Yeah, it's quite far away. There he is. I'm just gonna watch him. I'm just gonna watch him. What's he got on him? Does anyone see him? I wish there was a way on this game to properly be able to know what you've ranged at. If there is, if someone wants to tell me, that'd be lovely. But I don't actually know. I haven't found... No, that's a Z. Where is this guy gone? Interesting. Zed just logged out. Very interesting way to go. He may be circling around you. He may be, to be honest, mate. He may be. I'm not going to wait around much longer. If anything, I seen him coming this way. So we might be able to do a bit of a meet and greet with my weapon. Alright, well, we've got to keep moving. I don't really want to be taking the chance, to be honest, that he is coming around the left to me. Off to the right, past the barns. He's gone off to the... Yeah. I seen him coming this way, so... He might be heading into the little village. To be honest, he didn't actually have much on him, though. He wasn't really, from what I could see, you know... He had a stab vest, he had a PK. He didn't really have too much. We're gonna go the long way around, though. Say what, he's lucky I didn't have a rifle on me, though. If I had that VSD from Addicted, where are you and what are you doing? Well, dude, I'm by the, what's it, Caslavo? The airfield. The med airfield. Right now, we're stalking someone, or trying to find them anyway. But yeah, I'm on my way back to Karishovo, dude. That's my plan. I think he's gone around the tree line, if I'm honest. If I'm honest, everyone, I think he's gone around the tree line. We're not going to bother looting this little area. It's just not worth my time. Let's change that to from semi-auto as well. Last thing I want is to go to spray him down and it turns out I just fire one bullet and he, you know, slaps him in the face. Sad Zed coming after me. No. Good. Alright, all the Zeds are here. No one's been aggroed. Why do I feel like he went into a bush and just stayed there? I don't know if he's seen me, but he did stop. He stood still for a little while, didn't he? And to me, that basically says, like, he's seen me, he's looking around. could go to the med center, but I don't need to. It's now just really about getting back and trying to stash the stuff, to be honest, guys. He was crossing that field, probably in town by now. Yeah, I'm thinking so as well. He might be in the town. I didn't obviously see him coming into the town, and if he did, he probably came around the outskirts of it. But to be fair, I'm not going to go chasing the fight. Once, obviously, I've got everything back that I need to get back, then I'd chase a fight down. But at the moment, I've got barely any stamina. I've got barely any weaponry. I've got barely any knives. You know, so I want to be taking everything as safe as possible. You know, we seen that dude. It was great. We could have killed him. Our bullets were far, far off. Yeah, we're happy to leave him. Let him carry on his journey in peace. And we will carry on ours in peace. But the chances are, he would probably end up taking me out. If he's got a BK, you know, he's got a long-range weapon, he's probably going to take me out if he's obviously seen me. So I think the best bet, honestly, would just be to scarp her off. Yeah, he could be at the well. If I see him obviously along our journey now, then yeah, we'll obviously open fire. Got a bit of a runny nose. Right, awesome. I've come up here because I just wanted to drink this. Right, epic. I could go to Green Mountain. Yeah, I like that gun for Zeds, but not for place. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you're at Krasno. Yeah, that's the one. Well, I've just passed Krasno, of course. But yeah, I'm in Krasno now. Sorry, yeah, we're in Krasno. Righty. That is moldy as well. We probably should cook some of this food, if I'm honest. Right, give me a second, ducks. I will not be a minute. I need to go and get a drink. I'm so thirsty. Oh. And then, yeah, and then we'll proceed forward. But don't go anywhere. Remember, if you just joined, well, do apologise. If you've been here for a little while, guys, hit the little like button. Helps me out, of course, completely free. Obviously, subscribe button if you want more of the content and you want them notifications. And obviously, if you do want to help the channel out, and of course, going forward, then you know what to do. But of course, as well, guys, do not go anywhere. We will not be long. Just gonna go and get a drink. we are back. Welcome, everyone. Gustavov, did I get doomed? No, dude. I am alive and well. I actually just had to go and pop and get a drink. So yeah, we're still in a pretty good position, to be honest. But no, dude, I had to get a drink, to be honest. Oh yes, Coca-Cola in a can. I don't know why, but I just feel like nothing beats Coca-Cola in a can. Like, no matter how cold you get a bottle, it's not the same. It's just not. I'm gonna change the light as well. I'm gonna change it to a little yellow. Put that up. That is a really cool idea, though. Good man, keep your head down. I'll definitely try, Gustavov. I will definitely try, dude. Obviously, we've just come in contact with someone, or well, I seen them. I tried to fire a good few shots at them, but nowhere near. They were quite far away, to be honest. They were quite far away. But obviously, I didn't have a rifle. I've got no scope or anything like that. So, yeah. It is obviously what it is. Oh, the only thing with caffeine, it does make you tired, though. I'm from Texas. We drink Dr. Pepper around here. Fair. Okay, well, it's the same sort of principle, you know. Dr. Pepper in a can, which I love Dr. Pepper, by the way. Dr. Pepper in a can, or Dr. Pepper in a bottle. You know, what would you prefer, Triple G? I mean, you're in from Texas as well, so it's pretty hot where you are. Oh. I want to put that next to Mr. Duckerton. Oh, lovely. Yeah, we'll be firing back in literally just a second as well. It's the caffeine. But yeah, so I think after my little man wakes up, I might even have to not pop into town. I don't really have the funds for it at the moment to obviously get that neon sign or whatever in the back. Ooh. But I definitely think it's a really cool idea, having the "don't be a dick, be a duck" in the background. Honestly, I think that would be really, really cool to have. That would be epic. Honestly, it would. And I like the slogan. You know, it's one of the ones I argued with myself about if I should have it or not, but I think it's cool. The camp. I'm from Israel. We drink Gold Star. Isn't Gold Star... Wait, what is Gold Star? Let me have a little look. Yeah, I thought so. So Gold Star's like a beer, isn't it? So are you saying, like, do you drink Gold Star, like, as just a typical drink? The can is always best, but I have to do mostly fountain or bottles because I drive for a living. Ah, fair enough. So obviously it's gonna be a lot, gonna last you obviously a lot longer than Triple G. That's completely fair, dude. Delicious, a lager. Fair. I don't know if I've tried Gold Star. I probably have. Probably don't remember. Do they sell? I don't think they can sell Gold Star in the UK. But nice. That's pretty cool. Oh, mate, dude. See, I don't really drink anymore, so I don't drink much of anything actually. I don't actually drink much of anything. Like alcohol related. I used to drink a lot of like whiskey and vodka, but other than that, that's kind of me, to be honest. So yeah, I haven't drank since last Christmas. I had yeah, I don't know. It's not that enjoyable for me. I would prefer to drink a cold can of cola with some ice. Now, I don't know about you, but cola and ice in a glass, oft, awesome. really is. Right, so we're gonna log back in a minute though. So won't spill and I quit drinking as well. Fair, dude. I bet you feel probably a lot better. Addicted. You want to meet somewhere? We can do. Yeah, we can do, mate. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to be on for all that much long. What time is it now? It's 2:10 for me. My little man is probably going to be up normally about 2:30 because I don't want to be too late. And obviously, normally I don't stream. Normally the weekend. But obviously, if the response has been like it has been today, of course, then maybe it's something we can look into, of course, because my peak viewers that I normally have around 170 to 180. Now obviously they've been growing and growing and growing. 2 months ago we started at about 2 viewers. Now we're at like nearly 200. So at the moment we're on about 140, 140 if you're watching and loving the stream, of course, otherwise you would have left by now. So yeah, like maybe we can look into doing it on the weekend. I try not to stream when big streamers are streaming, because at the end of the day, if you have a streamer that you enjoy watching, you're probably going to move over to that one when they come online, of course. Hopefully I can become that streamer for everyone, for those of you that are watching, and obviously any new people coming by. But yeah, so you quit 8 years ago. That's quite a while. That is quite a while ago. If I may ask, any particular reason why you quit drinking? It was just kind of, you had enough? For me, I just kind of had enough. I wasn't interested. I've never been a really big drinker though, to be honest. Lager makes me sleepy and bloated. Vodka, can make me aggressive. Whiskey's a nice drink, but obviously, the nice whiskeys can be expensive. I used to like I used to like red wine. I used to like wines quite a lot, but I used to like wines quite a lot, but yeah, it's just not really my cup of tea anymore. How the hell did I get anyone to watch? And yeah, I had to quit. I got a good eye. I laughed my ass off. So I'll be completely honest with you, Triple G. My profession before I did this was sales, marketing. I've done business development. So I understand, I guess, a lot about, I don't know. Honestly, I did certain things in my mind. It was, they had reasoning behind it. But honestly, I don't know. I just started streaming. That's it. I just started streaming and releasing shorts and some videos, and people that came by stuck by, and it grew and it grew. One day I had 2 people watching. The next day, the next week, I had 10 people. The week after that, we had 30, then 50. And then one day I came on and I had 170 people watching. And from then on, it's just blown up. I don't know what else to say, to be honest. I just don't know what else. Yeah. I can only go live and hope. Fair, dude. I get what you're saying. But yeah, I guess, I tried to do certain things, like release shorts at the same time as going live, and that sort of thing. And I don't know. I guess I'm just an open and I'm an honest person, and I don't know, it seems like people have just enjoyed the content I've put out, which is hella nice. So yeah, I've grown from what, 5 subscribers to, I believe, I don't actually know how many. I need to go into Krasnov, don't I? I need to go into Krasnov to get a drink. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up becoming kind of parched pretty quickly. I've got 2 bottles on me, but we're gonna have to go into Krasno. I've got no choice about it. So yeah, I've grown from like 5 subscribers to I know 1,100, and I don't know what it's at the moment. I try not to check it all the time. I try not to check it that much. I just do what I do, I guess. Today's 1.15k. Sick. Amazing. So, yeah, we've got 1.15. Thank you very much, Triple G. I appreciate the congratulations, dude. But yeah, I will not stop. I put everything into my stuff at the end of the day. So yeah, I won't stop. We will continue to go stream every day. I hope we also will see. You know, it would be nice because we get people coming in and out. You know, every so often. Right, so one of these days, I'm honestly hoping that everyone that's coming in and out, you know, every now and again, everyone just comes in one sort of whole big sweep, you know, and I've got like 20 or 30 people chatting away. That's what I would love to see, you know, 20, 30 people chatting away, enjoying life, and obviously communicating and just, you know, being friendly. That would be insanely cool. Right, well, I don't really want to be here. To be honest, he's probably looted up this area, so... This is where he was. Right, you know what, actually? I just forgot. I drank the big drink before we logged off, didn't we? So my hydration was still in the yellow. So that, I should actually be fine, to be honest. Should actually be fine. Dude, I'll keep going. I'll get there. Triple G, my man. Thank you very much for the £5 donation, dude. Seriously, you make me cry in a minute. That's insane, though. Thank you very much, dude. I really do appreciate that. I'll keep going. I'll get there. You ever play Ark? I do. Absolutely. I've played Ark in the past. Very fun survival game. Very fun indeed. Not really something I play anymore. And to be honest, I didn't massively get into it. But yeah, absolutely. It was a game that I did used to play. Oh, what's going on? 1 second. I just need to... Ooh, that's rotten. That's not good to see, though, I will admit. Let me just come here for a minute. And now it's running far. There's no crying in baseball. I get what you're saying, dude. Figure of speech. But yeah, no, dude, I appreciate the donation. Thank you very much. Genuinely. Hey, I haven't looked at that one, but obviously for the membership, whoever that was, I really do appreciate that as well. So that's also the little thing that we've got. Oh, that's insane, guys. What is even happening today? What's even happening? Fucking hell. That's the little thing that we've got as well for the member side as well. So that's why I need to set something like that up, of course, for the donations page as well. Yeah, so sorry, Dick, if I didn't answer you before, I've just seen it then. We can meet somewhere if you want, dude. I'm just on my way to Cami, though. And what I'll probably do is when I maybe get to near to Cami, that'll probably be me, if I'm honest, dude. So I'd probably say just have a little loot. If you can meet me in Cami, I would love to get that VSD off you, though, if I'm honest. If you're obviously still wanting to give it away, there is a duck over here that would love to have it. Yeah, so I know that little members thing as well. It's like it's an AI voice basically. I couldn't find a good voice for it to be honest, but I just thought that one was really cool. And obviously it says duckers. You know, I thought it was kind of a fun play on words other than fuckers. You know, everything is duck related. Keep going, duck. Even TRMZ had to start somewhere. Keep stream on. Who knows, dude? Gustav, do not relate me to TRMZ. That dude is God. He is like, he's honestly, yeah, dude. You know, he inspired me to honestly want to start getting back into it as well. That dude's awesome to watch. And if I can be in a position like TRMZ, honestly, yeah, I have no words for that. I have no words. Hopefully the look on my face will show. But yeah, that would be incredible. Even for someone to even think about my channel and think about TRMZ in the same sentence. I'm not saying he's like a god. At the end of the day, you know, he's an old-time streamer. He's been around for a long time. He's picked up a crowd, you know, as he's gone through, and yeah, you know, he's worked on it obviously for a long time, and you know, fair play to the guy. He's done really well, obviously with his streams. He really has done. You know, same as some other streamers as well. You know, you've got some of the big ones at the moment, like Fresh Spawns, Hey Barnby. I know there's a girl as well that I don't know what I can't remember what her name is. If I'm honest, it's not Lottie. I don't know who it is. But anyway, Skogorski bars are on me. Skogorski bars are on you. I like that, dude. I like that. You should have put that in the super chat, dude. That's actually a quite funny joke. I like that one. DayZ my favourite game, but it also pisses me off. Gustav, yeah, honestly, dude, honestly, mate, I know the feeling, but it's one of these games where it pisses you off, right? It royally pisses you off. You still will never stop playing it, right? You know what I mean? Like, it wicks you off, but you're never going to stop playing the game. So I know the feeling there, mate. I know the feeling. It's funny, someone was saying to me the other day as well, so a lot of DayZ streamers, they don't necessarily have cameras on and this and the other, it's just the gameplay. And someone asked me, the RMC says that when he finds one. Ah, does he? I didn't know that, to be honest. That's pretty cool. Well, learn something new every day, eh? I literally started playing DayZ because I saw a YouTube video and it looked hard. That's a pretty good reason to start playing a game, to be honest, Triple G. That's a very good reason to start playing. And I'm guessing you've been enjoying it ever since, right? So we should be getting to the coast relatively soon. Fingers crossed anyway. I don't really go by the map, I will admit. I just kind of run by obviously, you know, the sunset, the sunrise. So the sun's setting, so that's obviously east. So I know that that's west, sorry. The sun's setting. So I know that I'm going south. And that's all I really... Oh, we're at the hunting cabins. Lovely shit, right? So I know that I'm close by now. Right, well, I may as well check the hunting cabins really quick anyway. Just to essentially see if there is anything in here that we can use. Maybe I'll find a Skorsky bar. Cleaning kits. I don't really have the room for a cleaning kit. I will check it properly though, because there could be something under here. Hunting scopes sometimes live under here. I'm not going to check the pub. There's not really any need, if I'm honest, at the moment in time. GPS receiver, there is no battery in it. Do I already have one? I actually died with my other one, didn't I? Mark II? No mag. If I had a mag, obviously we'd swap it out. But a no mag Mark II. It's basically just like a phone without a battery. Well, that's not what I wanted. And I'm also not going to be standing out here while I kill this fucker. Come on. Stays there. Nice. Clean my silencer while there. Wait. You can't actually... Hang on a minute. I've never done that for the whole time that I've played this game. Can I... Wait, what? I'm not even gonna, like... Can you repair silencers with a gun cleaning kit? I don't think you can. I've never tried it. I've never even thought about the idea. Surely not, though, right? Or am I just being dumb? Am I just literally being dumb? Yeah. I don't know why I've never tried this. Love the Mark II Triple G. It's my favorite gun. I absolutely love it. And also, I didn't know that about... I actually didn't know that. That's it. That's hilarious. Thank you very much. See, you learn something new every day. I've played this game for a shit... I've played this game a lot. And I didn't know that. I genuinely had no freaking idea. Right, you know what? Let's dump the rope. I'm not going to need that. I'm taking the cleaning kit now. That's so stupid. I don't need the sport point site anymore. That can get left. Put that up there. We'll just kind of shimmy some stuff about. Right, hang on. That's going to annoy me. We all know that that's going to annoy me. It's rotten. And I need the 6, don't I? I don't know why. I just didn't think I could do that. I don't even know why. That's hilarious. Taking off the weapon. Yes, of course. Well, learn something new from a noob. Hey, dude, I wouldn't say that you're a noob. You're a real boy. But no, thanks very much. Insanely appreciate that. Awesome, awesome shit. And that's 15 round as well. Are you saying I've got no more 919s? I was going to say. Let's just fill this up as well. Alright. Great stuff. Awesome. Oh, you know what? I'll take that one instead. Right, awesome shit. Yeah, I don't even know why. I've just never tried that. I guess I just assumed, like... I guess I know what, obviously, silencers are made out of. So, like, a gun cleaning kit. You're never going to be able to repair a silencer from that. If anything, it would be like epoxy. Or something like that, you know? But, hey... It is what it is, of course. Great to, of course, know. hell? He genuinely shit me up. That said genuinely frickin'. Alright, Mrs. Ed. I was running far away. Normal. Hello, Normal. How are you doing, dude? Hope you're doing well. Hope your Saturday is going awesome, of course. Nice. Is this the hunting camp near Berezino? It is indeed, mate. It is indeed. Yes. Right, now I can't actually put my... Right, okay, I can't put my rifle away now. Lovely shit. I can't find any down at 919s lately either. Yeah, they kind of seeming like they're a fun one to do. Obviously, if you know what server I'm on as well, Normal, I'm quite alright, thanks. Please don't kill me. Nah, I'm joking. That is great to hear, of course, dude. That is great to hear. Hello? Alright, there you go. Shut. Meh. Another GPS. Hey, it's a Zagori. Hey, the Zagori bars are on you, Triple G. Your words, not mine. Lovely shit, though. That's great. That's great. That's great. Some paper. So some dude has been here not long ago. Not surprising, obviously. We're right next to Berezino. Well, nah, even if I knew what server you were on, I couldn't kill you. I can't play at the moment. Oh, how come? How come? Normal. I'm gonna call you Mr. Posts. How come, Mr. Posts? Is your computer or something not working at the moment? If not, that kind of sucks, dude. Right. Let's crock and roll. Righty, guys, so I have actually just seen the time. I do need to come off now. Like I said, of course, my streams are normally Monday to Friday, pretty much for the 8 hours a day, of course. However, we are looking at doing some Saturday. My PC is at my dad's house, and I'm at my mom's house. Ah, fair enough. Well, if you obviously want to join a big build that we're going on as well, dude, you're more than welcome to, of course. But hey, hopefully you're having a good time at your mom's house as well. You mean Dutch and roll? No, I mean crock and roll. Got a Dutch and run, mate. I don't know why I got into this. Like pattern. I don't know why I'm saying crock and roll, and it just kind of stuck. I don't even know why. But anyway, guys, that is going to be ourselves, of course. It's great to obviously see everyone coming over to the stream as well. Honestly, it's absolutely amazing. Hopefully, I'll see you all in the next sort of few days, of course. Next time that we are going to be streaming, maybe streaming later on this evening. Or, of course, it'll be Monday morning, 7:30 GMT, all the way up until around about sort of 2:30, 3 p.m. GMT as well. Of course, guys, if you enjoyed the stream and you do obviously want to support the channel, hit the little like button. It is completely free. Notifications through the subscription, of course, on the YouTube side, completely free as well. Helps the channel out massively. Yeah, of course, so to fill my DayZ addiction, watching some streams. Little, hey, fair enough, Normal. Well, you've come to the right place, dude. We do streams every single day, and yeah, we're a growing land filled with ducks. And we would love, obviously, for you to be here. I'm gonna go live, Normal Post. Oh, nice. There you go, Triple G. You're gonna be live as well, which is awesome. Now, of course, guys, if you do want to support the channel as well, of course, we've got the membership set up. have a little look into there if you're interested, or of course, any donations are more than welcome. Awesome stuff, Triple G. I really hope to obviously see you again later, dude. You've been a good chat. But obviously, as you all know, don't be a dick. Be a duck. Hit the subscribe button. I'll be cool.